hi to our avid listeners in the
Hi.
Philippines. Of course, Mang Hernandez, Marcado, Roby, JV, and of course, we have a new viewer today from Ohio, USA.
Wow.
Hi there, Kevin.
Greetings to Ohio.
Greetings from us, from Bjorn Martinoff and Vicky Martinoff. All right, today,
Vicky Peñaflor Martinoff.
on board, just the three of us, huh? Vicky and the superstar Bjorn Martinoff.
Highly concentrated.
Yeah. And of course, this is your RPM host, Marlene Craig, today saying stay tuned at this URJ 810 AM, or have a look how beautiful we are today on www.ustream.tv/channel/VZRJ 810 AM. And if you'd like to join us for our discussion, please call 895-4460 or 897-8374, or you can text to my Globe 0977-174-8384. And maybe Vicky would like to give her cell phone number.
0917-888-4272.
And
0917 523 4296.
Oh, you can memorize it. All right, so Philippines, our topic today is, of course, in our segment now of RPM. We are on What's Up? What's new? What's hot? What's happening, Philippines?
Marlene's hair is hot. You should see her hair today. It's really gorgeous.
Yeah, I just put it down.
She has these new streaks. She put her hair down.
Yeah, they call it
Not quite as
gold
long as
sparkles.
Rapunzel. But,
They call it
oh,
sparkles.
sparkles. She has these gold streaks in it.
Okay, so
Looks
let's
like
start.
jewelry for the hair. It's really awesome.
So anything new?
Your hair.
What's new?
Your hair.
Aside from my hair
Your
with
gorgeous
sparkles?
hair, yes.
Well, there's new.
And your latest pictures on Facebook, huh?
Yeah. Do you have anything what's new, Vicky?
Well, for me, I was really fascinated when I met with my former colleague from the Cottage Industry Technology Center. They are
just
now-
yesterday, right?
Met just yesterday, and
Yeah.
they are now absorbed by the National Capital Region for Department of Trade and Industry. And for me, what's exciting is that they are now making sure that this facility in Marikina is being rehabilitated to become, the country's premier, innovation center. So for those of you who are, in your heart have been really considering going into entrepreneurship, you have this brilliant idea that can really create a lot of difference for everybody, either it's a product or a service, you better start connecting with your local DTI, because the people at the former Cottage Industry Technology Center in Marikina, oh my gosh, you should listen to what they're cooking for you guys. It's really, really interesting and fascinating.
So this is for entrepreneurs.
For entrepreneurs, for current businesses who want to move to the next level in terms of their business.
So what do they do there? What do they teach them, or what?
It's
do they
like for example,
facilitate there?
anyone who's really interested about increasing their business, they invest on their own development, right? They either sign up for their own trainings, and never even considered going to DTI, unless of course they're going to renew their business name.
Yes.
But the thing is, there's a huge number of programs available for
By
them.
DTI,
Exactly.
by Department of Trade and Industry. Oh, right, that's good. According to the Harv T. Eker, he said, knowledge is power.
It is.
Don't think that you know enough.
Yeah. The moment you stop learning, that's your favorite piece, right?
You start dying.
Again, beyond, say it again. That's a good tagline for today.
The moment you stop learning, the moment you stop learning, you start dying.
Yeah, you start dying.
Yeah.
Okay.
It also
So,
means the moment you stop growing, you start. Imagine a plant.
yeah.
A plant that stops growing.
So what's new with you? And what's hot? What's hot?
What's hot? What's hot? Actually, I was shocked yesterday. There were some very disturbing pictures floating around on Facebook
Oh,
about
yeah.
something that happened in Syria, and there's some of these. I think
Beheaded
ISIS,
kids.
They were invading schools, girls' schools, and kidnapping
Kidding.
dozens of girls and beheading some of them, 8 and 9-year-olds. And these pictures that were floating there on Facebook, they really broke my heart, because there was this mother holding her girl, and the head was missing, but she was holding her with so much love, it just brought tears to my eyes, you know, and there was these very disturbing pictures, and yet there was so much love present, and then there was a father holding his daughter's head with so much tenderness, you know, so much tenderness and so
Yeah,
much
I know.
love,
I saw that picture. I have it on my timeline actually.
Yeah. So if you want to see it, it's on Marilyn's.
So that's what's
Timeline.
happening, world. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's
So
so
that's
sad and so
really
disturbing.
not a good news.
Yeah,
But-
and so I hope that the leaders of the world open their hearts to people who are in so much trouble just for their faith, just for believing in God, that they open the doors for them to maybe have a life somewhere else, somewhere where they are welcome.
Yeah, but are they not welcome? In Germany, they have
If-
taken in
yeah.
a lot. In Europe,
Yeah, but it seems like, you know, it takes more than that, just being saying, oh yeah, come, but you also need to have money to go, right?
yeah, that's true. How to live and
You
survive.
can't just
in
walk to Germany from Syria. It's,
But is there a camp for them nearby?
I don't
Did you
know,
read anything
people are
about
going into, Christians are going into hiding.
Oh yeah.
And I actually spoke to someone in Iraq yesterday who happens to be a Muslim, and he says, you know, we're also fighting now. So he says it's more of a political movement that they see it, and they have observed foreign planes of certain national distinctions that are dropping weapons.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
since this is hearsay, I don't want to say which one, but because I don't want to spread hearsay, right? But they say there's airplanes coming and dropping weapons for ISIS.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, oh, how are we gonna do this? So that's what's happening. That's a bad happening in that part
it's
of the
very,
world.
very sad. And,
Anyway.
I wonder what we as individuals, and we as,
Yeah.
maybe as
So
governments or
yeah.
nations can do. I know the Philippines was very generous to receive thousands of Jews
Before.
before
Yes.
World War II, right?
Correct.
And,
You think we can afford to
Israel-
bring in more Syrians here?
I think, well, there's so many Muslims that don't want to be here, don't
So-
want to be part of the Philippines. Maybe we could exchange them.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
Well, Jensen is big, Davao is big, anyway.
Yeah.
So, there's a new what's up, what's new? What's new, don't you know? There's now a female Viagra that the FDA of America has approved, and it might be produced next year. And if I may read to you, that's funny. Because apparently the women are saying, how come there's a Viagra for men and with low sexual desires, right? Why not women? So now they have come up with Viagra, but the difference with that Viagra, of course, is the Viagra pill for men is on only one time. Actually, they have tried it also for women, you know.
I heard some women take it, but I don't know why.
Yes, they do, and there's the effect, of course. It says here with regards to the ordinary male Viagra, they said it's okay, it increases blood flow to the genitals, but then they said they don't know whether it makes you more up to, or you're more desirous to sexual activity. But this new thing, apparently, it's called ADDY. Wow. ADDYE. But they said it's not similar to the Viagra. Women would have to take it every day.
Oh my gosh.
Men, they only take it upon request. Joke. So the women have to take it whether they want sex or not. So this blue pill,
Oh, it's also blue.
it will alter the brain chemistry, affecting receptors for various signaling chemicals, including serotonin and dopamine. Because actually I was thinking about this drug. I said, actually women don't need any drugs as long as they're happy
Yeah,
and they're relaxed.
The body can actually produce those hormones
Yes.
by itself, right?
If you're not stressed.
Yeah, there's actually been 15 years ago they came out with this was it the anti-cancer or anti-heart attack drug of some sort, and it's basically a hormone that the body can produce itself.
Yeah.
And the body actually will produce enough of that if you just have a day of fun. You know, maybe 10 times as much as what you can buy in $1,000 doses. And maybe a trip to an adventure park or something will do that for you, right? So just have more fun in life, and your body will actually produce the things.
And
that
a
you
man
need.
that loves you very much.
Well, that will help. right?
Whatever
Yeah.
happens.
Maybe not everybody has that, right? I've been single a long time in my life. I didn't always have people in my life that loved me. And now I'm very fortunate to have lots of people in my life.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
But you
it's
don't
a
need the
difference.
blue pill, right?
For sure. Well,
Not yet.
we'll
So
see.
anyway, so talking about this female Viagra, it's called ADDI, ADDYI.
Mm.
It has some limited effects apparently. So a few days ago, the panel members expressed concerns about the drug's side effects of FDA. So it said it can cause sleepiness, but of course you have to be relaxed, right?
Mm.
Of course, anything that makes you relax makes you a little bit sleepy. And then also it gives you sudden drops in blood pressure, which is bad. And fainting.
Unless your blood pressure's high, maybe.
Yeah, that's good for
But it
people with
might
high
be a
blood
good thing,
pressure.
right?
Yeah. And especially in combination with alcohol, it's a no-no. Then it will cause fainting and really bad effects, blood pressure down. Yet its effects on sexual desire are limited also. It will not give you the promise
So what does that mean?
that
Why
you'll
are you
become a
taking it
sex
in the first
maniac
place?
overnight. Anyway, so they said they gave some tests to couples, and some have got sexually satisfying encounters.
Mm.
An average of once a month extra from a baseline of 2 to 3 times a month. So it gives you more of desiring it more than 2 times a month. 2 to 3 times a month. Yes, because if I'll be 20 up to 35 or 40, I don't need it yet. The medicine has been controversial because it has been rejected by the FDA twice before, with the agency requesting further trials and safety data. So,
That doesn't
Sprout-
sound very convincing.
correct, has claimed it is sexist. They said, now if you don't put this drug out, then you are sexist. That means, why are you only making drugs for male? Where it made them pressure. It pressured the FDA, so now I think finally they might put it in the market next year. And also, they're trying to put some more safety data, because some women sometimes might forget, and you're in a party and you drank something.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
So the sudden drop of blood pressure is not good, or fainting is not
Especially if you
good.
already have low blood pressure.
Yes,
Yeah.
especially for those with low blood pressure. Before
Yeah.
you try that, you better go to your doctor first, if ever it comes out next year. So, all right, so the National Women's Health Network urged the FDA panel to reject the drug. But of course, there's always the negative and the positive people who wants it and don't want it and should not be, you know. So that's the new thing for me, that the what's new for women. And also what's new in the movies is Jurassic.
Oh yeah. I
It's
think
already
my
on?
sister watched it last night, and she was really telling me like, oh my god, it's something you have to see.
Yesterday the traffic was so heavy and apparently the malls were full.
Oh.
I wanted to watch that and talk about it, so I just interviewed my daughter. She said, she screamed several times. She said, it's very nice. She said, you should go watch it.
Even the first one was kind of scary, you know? It
Yeah,
was very well done.
imagine to be eaten.
Really.
And so what's up, what's new? That's a new movie now.
That's the topic right after Viagra, right?
Yeah. Now for female, in the makeup industry, blue color is on. You know, the
Blue's my
beautiful
favorite
light
color.
blue aqua
Mm.
type of color, and some of the cosmetic industry have those
For
eyeshadows
for
already.
eyeshadow. You know why? Because young babies, they have that naturally.
Yeah.
That's why it makes you
And I've
you
seen
look younger.
girls also wearing the nail polishes in that nice blue. And they
Mm.
call it the Mediterranean blue,
Oh nice. I like.
but the light aqua blue,
Mhm.
you know, towards light blue. It's a mixture. If I would mix, I love mixing colors.
You know, in terms
If
of
I would
colors,
mix that color, it's a combination of aqua
Mhm.
and light blue and a tinge of white. Then you get that kind of Mediterranean blue, they call it. All right.
I always
So
like the colors on women that look somewhat edible, you know, so
yeah,
it makes
Okay.
it look yummy, yeah.
yeah. Some famous
Sarap.
cosmetic companies in there in the malls have these colors already. I'm not allowed to tell the names. I forgot to ask the permission because in WhatsApp What's New, it should be no.
No
Everything
brand
when
names.
it's new,
But you
no.
just mentioned Viagra. Oops.
Yeah, oops. But that's everybody. That's just a name, right? That the
Is
people
it
use.
still a brand or
It's a
did it
brand,
become
yeah.
already like a terminology for that particular?
It is already a terminology for
Just like Xerox
enhancing
right?
male sexuality. So now the new term now is ADDY. I wonder why they call it ADDY. Or maybe it adds. Just a thought.
But
Yeah.
I'm really happy to see you so excited about it.
No, I think I don't need it yet. I don't have a partner.
Maybe you don't need it, but maybe you deserve it.
Yeah, but I have natural thing in me. I use a lot of vitamins. B complex
Uh-huh.
makes you mellow, and it's good for the nerves when you're stressed. So I take a lot of
Citrus.
anti-stress,
Yeah.
and I have this vitamins that's good for maintaining anxiety. It's vitamin supplements. So I think it's keeping my stress level good. So I don't need the ADDY.
Yeah, also
And besides, I don't have
what
a
many people
boyfriend.
forget it's not just the vitamins, it's the minerals are even more important than the vitamins.
Correct. And now, what's up? What's happening? What's new? We are soon gonna have to choose who is gonna lead the country.
Oh yeah.
So there's so many earmarked. Who's gonna be the future candidates for presidency in this country? And now
And
we're
we
gonna
have quite a few already for
yes, we have
right?
Grace Poe, we have Duterte from Davao, and of course our Vice President Binay is on the list. And I don't know if Mar Rojas still on the list. And who else
But rumors have it even June Palafox might be in already.
for presidency? Oh
I'm
wow!
I'm not sure how close that is to being real, but heard some rumors of that.
Vice President maybe.
Hey,
Well, that's
I'm
good.
a
I'm sure he
personal
can
fan.
architect his way.
Yeah, yes. I'm definitely a person. I'm a fan of his work. You know,
Yeah, I know. I mean,
And-
if an architect would lead this country, it would be great because if you would put your heart the way you design buildings, then for sure he can
I'm
design
certainly
a good
grateful that
Philippines.
our current president is investing into the infrastructure. You know, after so many years of little happenings in terms of infrastructure in Manila, it's refreshing to see that something is happening. I think a lot more needs to happen, but which ones of these candidates are prepared to do that?
Yes, and so the questions is now after the WhatsApp What's New. So now the future president, what good virtues and characteristics and experiences should one possess or behold?
So personally, for me, Marlon,
Yeah, being
as
a
a foreigner, I don't like to be involved with local
No,
politics. you
being
know.
a CEO coach, you know, you have those qualities of a leader. And we're talking about a future leader here. So my question is based on your book again.
So
Developing
maybe
power.
I can share this. You know, working with leaders around the world, and some of them in the most famous companies, most sophisticated leaders that I work with, I discovered there's several levels of leadership. So before there's even leadership, usually there's something that's called management. Right? Management is very different from
Yes.
leading. Right?
Correct.
Management is more like controlling, planning, etc. While leading is different. And yet there are different levels of leadership. You know, the first level is no leadership. Right? There's no leadership present. And it's probably, it may be good to be aware of these levels, because then you can look at the potential candidates and make up your own mind if that is the level of leadership you feel would be appropriate for the leader of the country, right? Because I'm all for empowering people. I'm all for giving choices to the people. I'm not here to tell anyone what to do. That's definitely not my job.
But the first gift you should give to the new president will be your book, Developing Exponential
But
Power.
I'd love to do that. I'd love to maybe also be asked for advice every so often, or maybe coach someone if they're open.
Yeah, and also the OD, the
Mhm.
organization development.
Yeah, it also works
Of
on a
Roland
country level.
Sullivan.
It doesn't just
It's
work
good.
on an organizational level. It works on because the country is like a big organization in a way, right? And so back to the levels of leadership. So first there's no leadership. Then the next higher level is then being able to lead yourself, right? So many leaders cannot even lead themselves. So they're more operating like managers rather than leading, right? And like corruption, for example, is maybe a symptom of not being able to lead yourself, right? Because maybe you have the value of not being corrupt, but if you're still corrupt, then maybe you cannot even have an impact on your own values or how you live out your values, right? So that's leading self, right? Are you really living up to what you proclaim to yourself and to others, what your values are, right? And then, of course, the next thing to look at is then, what are the values of this person, right? And are they really living those values? Right? And then, if they have values, are those the values that you feel as the voter? Do you feel that these values will help the country get to the next level?
And what are these top 10 values that one should have being a president or a leader?
Well, yeah, I'm not the one to say that. I think people can probably figure that out for themselves. I'll look it up in my book, but in my book there's 28 of them. Yeah. But after leading yourself, then comes the next level, which is leading followers, right? So it's the next level up from leading yourself. So first you lead yourself, then you can lead followers, and then the next level of leadership is then leading peers, people equal to yourself, right? The next level of leadership after that would be the leading leaders. Now, when you look at organizations, the most successful organizations in the world, they don't, they help people lead themselves, but they also help people lead each other. And then they have leaders who are able to not just lead leaders, but also create new leaders, right? To raise new leaders. And of course, which one's the most difficult? It's much more difficult to lead peers versus followers. It's much more difficult to lead leaders than peers, right? And then if you lead leaders who are higher than you, that might be even more difficult, like world leaders, right? So as a leader of a nation, sometimes you also have to impact other leaders, maybe even those of countries that are bigger than your own, you know? And so that leader would have to be able to influence them as well. I call that leading up, yeah, not just leading down or leading to equals, right? So in a world that is becoming more and more global, those are skills that are exponentially increasing in value compared to the past, where we maybe just be an island in a sea of islands, right? A sea of nations, and where it was less important because we kind of could stick to our own business, you know.
Yeah.
But nowadays, everything becomes so interwoven internationally that leading outside of your nation also is important.
Correct.
It's like you see the conflicts about what they call the Scarborough Shoals, right?
Yeah.
And some other far-flung islands that are highly disputed. So in instances like that, you need that kind of leadership.
Correct.
Yeah.
So going back to that values that a leader should have, he should have those very basic universal values a leader should have. Especially we are now about to choose who's the next president of our country. All right, so from life, happiness, love, peace, freedom, safety, now we come when a president or a leader values his safety, his family's safety, his community's safety, then it becomes grandeur in a macro level. He will think of the safety of his people in the country. All right, so we go for intelligence, Vicky. So I believe that a leader should start from being very smart and intelligent, meaning is intelligence inherent?
Well, when you mention the word word intelligence, the one that came to my mind really are the words wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. And the thing is, we could be educated about life, and then later on have worldview about life, like how life, operates. But at the end of the day, you gotta find out whether this one that I'm carrying as a worldview really brings, wisdom. And when I say wisdom, it's gonna go back to your life, the very, very beginning of
That's
of
why,
equality.
as a leader, if you don't have that quality, then you'll be dependent on what other people have to say, and you think they're smarter than you. But if you have that inherently good intelligence plus comes with experience of wisdom, good wisdom, then you can decide. You have a better decision in
Exactly.
taking care of the country.
Yeah, because if you
And
think
if you're
about
really wise, do you really go into politics?
And if you're wise, you won't go to politics. You see, that's why we don't have good leaders anymore, because we always say, the ones that go there are the only ones that can be easily corrupted. But who knows? We might have one soon.
And I really feel, MK, that now that we're having a conversation about these qualities of a leader that should run or ideal to run our country, we really as a listener, and I don't know how many listeners we have right now, but really start also thinking about what's my role really between myself and my leader. Because I feel that the usual role that we take on, when I was a very young voter before, and that was the first and the last time I voted, my president, was very, very similar to the role of, a father to a daughter, my daughter. So how does it look like? My father gives me everything. My father has the say, and my role only is to obey my father, that's it. But I feel this generation now we're in, with all the many, many problems, and yeah, as you've mentioned, MK, there's so many people who wants to control, these huge decisions that impact the country, whether it's corporations or neighboring countries. It takes a lot from just one leader to actually run a country. So I really feel we should also start transforming our role, as citizens of the country of the Philippines, to how we relate to our leader. I think we should start taking on what Bior was describing earlier. We cannot be just leading ourselves now. We should also start relating to ourselves that, I'm such a partner to my president. He can rely on me so much about my intelligence, about what's happening here, such that he becomes informed, to make really better decisions. Because, the president has only two eyes, and if he's leading 100 million Filipinos who are really partnering with him or her, unless are you, MK, also considering being the president of the Philippines? Imagine if you have 100 million leaders also partners with you. That's going to be an amazing, amazing experience of the country.
Absolutely, and I think that brings up a topic that's very important to me. So what I've noticed in the past was that so many people, they expect their leaders to do it all. They vote somebody in and say, okay, now you do it. Okay, right?
Correct.
But that's not a leader. That's a technician, somebody who executes stuff, somebody who is an assistant of some sort. A true leader, right? He will inspire the people to do it for themselves.
Yeah.
Right? The leader is not going to paint your house. The leader is not going to fix your car to fix the pollution. You got to fix that car.
Yeah.
Right? You got to fix that Jeep. You got to fix that tricycle. You got to fix that bus. The president's not going to fix that bus.
But again, when the leader shows the great example, the followers will follow. So if your followers have seen you, how you do your home, how you paint your home, how you make your home beautiful and safe, how you take care of your children, how you take care of your neighborhood and your other extended families, people will see that and they would like to follow the way you do it.
So there's two ways of doing it. You can force people to do it by increasing enforcement, or you can inspire them to do it.
Correct.
Right?
So
Which one's much more powerful? It's the inspiration,
Correct.
right? Because it comes from love, it comes from the heart, right? Now you can increase the rules, you can increase the enforcement, you can fine people, you can punish people. That works to some degree, but people won't willingly do it. They will just grudgingly follow.
As
But
you said, power is not power if
it's not
there's force.
There's
If
force,
there's
right? Now, the next high level of leadership is then when it comes from the heart, when it comes from inspiration, right? And when you can now translate that into other people's hearts, that they also inspire it. to do that. And it also inspired not just for their own lives and for their own family, but to make a difference for the entire country. You know, fixing your bus because it's smoking is not just for you, it's for the entire country. That has an impact on every Filipino who lives in Manila. Right? Look at the pollution we have outside the window. Yeah? People don't fix the bus because it costs them a little money,
Yes.
but the entire population is suffering from it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So, but now I must say, you know, whatever they want to say, but I like the president we have now. You know, he's trying his best.
Yes.
Ninoy Aquino is good.
And he's probably one of the best we've had so far.
Yes,
At
for
least,
me it is.
not everybody may agree, but that's what I feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know. Okay, so back to
I
the.
want to just inject something there, MK, because you know if there's one rule that is being followed, as you've mentioned, as we were discussing this particular point about intelligence, it's like, have you heard about this law of attraction?
Yes.
You know, and it's really playing out very, very strongly here. It's like, as you've mentioned, you know, it's very, very easy to follow a leader when he's setting a good example. Because really what's at play there is really the law of attraction. You basically start attracting people who are naturally also like you.
And you're giving the great energy.
Exactly.
So you emit those good energies, so you encourage other good energies to come.
Yeah,
Right.
and like I said, as a leader, the main job is to inspire others to do the work, right? That's what leadership is. You know? Because as one person, you can only do so much. You cannot do the work for 100 million. It's
Yeah.
impossible. You have to engage other leaders, or even create the leader in everyone, you know, so that everyone can take leadership in some area of responsibility that will make this country the way you want it to be. Right?
Yes,
Take
it's-
this country to the next level. Because if we can create 100 million leaders versus one leader, that's a huge difference.
Correct.
So
So,
imagine 100 million leaders.
yeah.
Yeah.
So change should start. I like that change agent thing. You know, our friend Roland Sullivan.
Yes.
He's one of the 100
He's in town, by the
original
way.
change
He's in town.
agents. Is he in town?
He's in town, yeah.
Oh,
but
we
he's
have to get
preferring to have
together.
coffee on his own.
Oh, we could have invited him here.
That's
This would
true,
have been
that's
the
true.
perfect topic for him. Okay, so a leader and a future president of this country should have that intelligence, wisdom, good experiences, good energies in him, because from the beginning he should be very smart and intelligent enough that he should start on a clean slate. Because in our past experiences of the leaders that we see locally and in the higher level, the national level, there are times when they owe many favors. They become who they are, or they are seated in their position, or of being a leader in their community because some people put them and gave them favors to be there. So if you really want
That's
to
always a very peculiar situation.
Yeah.
no?
So to be a president, it should be a choice. He should be people's choice.
Yeah.
And I think you don't need to pay the people to choose for you. But it really saddens my heart because I've seen how other leaders have paid people just for them to vote for them. You know, we know this. This is not a secret, right? So then comes if that person or that leader want to lead us in the future, if she's intelligent or he's intelligent enough, not to get free favors, because free favors are very expensive. They'll be the one to topple you down, because if you don't give them back another favor, then they will do things against you.
Yeah, we all pay for that. Right? I mean,
Yes.
the whole nation pays for
So
that.
then if you're intelligent enough to start on a clean slate being a president, no getting or buying favors or getting favors from anyone, then you can keep your self-respect. So we're back to the other value.
And you might be able to sleep at night.
Yes, no guilt that even if you say no, your no is no, your yes is yes.
Maybe accept, I don't know if it's legal to accept contributions for campaigns in
Yeah,
this country.
based on you will know that the contribution was from the heart, not
Mm.
from being asked something in
And
return.
like a certain task in return.
Yes.
They just say thank you and then you do what you want to do anyway, so what needs to be done,
Yes.
rather than let them dictate you what needs to be done.
Correct.
Just because they give you a little bit of money.
That's to keep your self-respect when
Yeah.
you are in the position.
That's true,
Is
that's
that
true.
the last one, MK? I'm really curious.
Yeah, so respect, right?
Vicky keeps asking the same question.
When you have respect to yourself, then there's equality. You will not favor another group because you got those favors. You will be equal to all because you didn't get anything that you need to pay. Really time for us to really reconsider how to choose our leaders. And if you want to be a leader, please consider those values and virtues that you should have being a leader. You know, that integrity alone.
And also choose very carefully who you surround yourself with. That they also
That's
have
very
those
important.
values. Yes.
That's
Yes,
very
Who
important.
you choose to get advice from, who you surround yourself with, that is so important.
Yeah, but it's so difficult, right? To be a nomad.
Nobody said it was easy, you know.
I know.
That's why there's only one president. It's not like there's millions of them. But ideally, that one will create the many that will take the country to the next level. 'Cause
So-
nobody can do it by themselves.
As a president, if you would be a president, Vicky, what are the don'ts?
Don'ts.
Yes, the things that you should not do before you become a president.
For me, I think the most important would be, to stop desiring for the best. I think it's easy to, after a while get jaded. As you've mentioned, everybody's corrupt here anyway. But anyone who really aspires to be this leader that we have, went through for 2 hours, all these amazing qualities, oh my gosh, just talking about it fills me with so much life and inspiration. And so if there's one thing that you should do not do, do not stop desiring that you could step up and then really be this president. And I speak not just for the president, but really also for myself, because at the end of the day, we will just really be mirrors to each other.
You will make a difference for a better Philippines.
Exactly. Better Philippines, better world, better nature. I don't want to have my children inherit a world wherein they're going to be worried about, looking at these polar ice bears, not even having their own home anymore. It's very, very, very unsettling to think about. So, let's not lose our desire that, these things can be better and that, there's always a higher place to step up into in terms of our leadership.
Yeah, it's time to be serious, right? As a leader. How about you, Bjorn? What are the things that you should do if you are a president of this country?
I like the do not. Do not.
I think the most important part is to be truly a leader. You have to involve others to help you. You gotta have a vision. Then you gotta have others aligned with that vision, right? So maybe the way that's best for leaders to align people on the vision is to co-create the vision together with other leaders. Right? And Obama's very good with that. The vision is so much more powerful when you have that vision in the hearts of many rather than just in the heart of one, and the compliance of many. But if it's in the hearts of many, then those many become leaders in their own areas of responsibility and then move things forward. It moves so much faster than if you just have the vision of one rather than the vision of millions, right? And if every one of those millions can become the leader and take some charge, take some responsibility, move things a little bit forward every day, even if it's just a little bit after a year or 2 or 3, we still will have made a huge difference.
You know, if I would be a president, I should really undergo Roland Sullivan's organizational development and go to your coaching, CEO coaching.
Yeah,
And I have to read that book, Developing Exponential Power. If only every leader put it in their heart, what you have written there, this country can be better. Beyond, I think you really have to give them a discount. Give every leader in this country
We
a
have
book.
we have a government discount. Yeah, absolutely, we don't charge the same rates. As,
Okay, I think I will start selling for every leader that I meet now, from now on. Development exponential power. You know, me as an ordinary person, you know, even when I've read your book, it made me a better person. It made me more sensitive, you know, to be a mother, to be a team leader to the group that I lead, or to even my friends or in the businesses that I associate myself with.
Yeah, and CEOs actually have taken the book and had discussed, given a copy to every one of their leadership team members and discussed it chapter by chapter, day by day. There's 28 chapters, and they took one chapter a day and discussed it, made sure they read it, made sure they gave their own inputs, emailed their inputs, so there was documentation that you actually read it, right?
No, you have to prepare one book now
Yeah,
to
it's
be
only-
given
it's
to the
only-
president.
I'm sure he has one already.
No, the next one.
The next president. Yeah, we'll make sure that's available. But I'm sure whoever takes on office, they're going to be very, very busy. You know.
Yeah. But really, I mean it. I think when I get to meet Duterte, I'm going to give him one book. When I'm going to meet, we should give Senator Pope also. And VP Bina should have one also. And who is running? So all the candidates should
Is
read that
Miriam
book.
running? Miriam,
I
is she
would
running?
love her to run. Actually, she can be my choice too, you know.
Yeah.
Because she knows everything. But
She's a powerhouse.
yeah, she's got a strong hand.
She's the Iron
Is she
Lady.
from the
I
South?
admire her. Where's she
Where's
from?
the wine up?
Yeah, where's she from?
All right, so Philippines, thank you for tuning in, and I hope we have given you a bit of wisdom from our.
Just a little bit. Don't believe anything we say. Just personal opinion.
Yes, international CEO
Yeah.
coach. I mean, that's the way we coach in the corporate world.
Yes.
So in the corporate world, if you are a leader, I think it should apply also.
Yeah,
Being
and
a
then-
leader in your
And then
community.
take what you learn and then make up your own mind. You know, see how that is that to truly fit what you believe in, and see if that truly fits your values, and then use it. And if it doesn't, then set it aside. You know, it's just a nice entertainment.
Okay, Philippines, thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
This is Vicky Martinoff. Thank you for being with us.
This is Bjorn Martinov. God bless you.
Yes, and this is MK Marlene Krug for RPM Revolutions per Minute. Thank you for tuning in. I hope, please choose your president, the next president for this country, with all those values we talked about. Bye, Philippines. Stay for equal justice.